Oh, you're going to prison for 8 years. Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. Your grandmother is helping you with your children.
Yes.
And how old are your children?
3 and 1.
All right, so she's helping you with the 3 and 1 year old. So you're telling me your grandmother drives you to see your probation officer
Yes.
and then says, I can't wait. That doesn't make any sense to me. Is calling 2021 CR 2437 State of Texas versus James Madrone. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
Gary Chirac for the defense.
All right, and are you James Madrone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same James Madrone who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 2437 for the offense of failure to stop and render aid serious bodily injury on March 21st, 2022 for a period of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
State.
Violated condition number 4. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, James Madrone, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January and December 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
State.
Your Honor, we waived the other violations alleged in the motion.
No objection.
All right. Mr. Madrone, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, I understand.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
It's not, Your Honor. We're going open. We are asking for the 10 years, Your Honor. I believe the defense might be heard on that.
All right. Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're requesting that he be placed on probation, that he be given weekly UAs and intense supervision. Basically, Judge, this was a lot dealing with financial issues. He has 2 small children that he was responsible for, living with his grandmother at the time. He's now presently employed. I believe he has the resources now to continue taking drug testing and support his children. So I think basically, Judge, if we give him weekly UAs and ISF, and put him back, not ISF, but intense supervision, that he's able to complete the probation successfully. You have anything to add, James?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
James Madrone.
All right. It says here that you didn't talk to the manager and you left when asked to stay in the lobby by the probation officer.
Your Honor, I was my grandmother, thankful for her that she helped me with my burdens when I had to do these reports and everything, and she would have my kids in the car while I'll be reporting. So at that time, I really didn't have too much time to be there due to my being responsible for 2 children. So that was just that at that time. That was it.
Okay. That doesn't make sense to me. Your grandmother is helping you with your children.
Yes.
And how old are your children?
3 and 1.
All right. So she's helping you with the 3 and 1 year old. So you're telling me your grandmother drives you to see your probation officer
Yes.
and then says, I can't wait.
Yes, Your Honor.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's just like I have real no support, really none. It's just me out there.
All right. So your grandmother is not supporting you.
Well, in a way she is. In a way.
All right. And then it says that they tried to have virtual meetings with you and you kept rescheduling and they allowed you to reschedule it and reschedule it and reschedule it.
Again, I had financial burdens.
So you didn't have a cell phone?
No.
You couldn't get a ride by via bus?
Your Honor, my grandma lived in Leon Valley and she moved over there by Lackland Air Force Base. And I did not have reliable transportation.
Oh, no. I know for a fact that there's transportation by via for Lackland.
Oh.
And you know how I know there is that? Because one time I made a mistake and got on the looper, which I believe is the 510. and it takes you all around the city. And I was like, wow, this is where the bases are.
Yes, but where I had to report was over there by 1604 in Bandera, which,
Via.
yes, Your Honor. Because they canceled that bus route. I know it sounds like if I'm making it up or not, but yes, they did cancel that bus route for that reason. That drive was very, very extreme.
Did you pick up the phone, call probation and say, hey, this
Yes,
is
Your
where
Honor.
I am? Okay.
Yes, Your
All right. Any other questions?
Mr. Madrone, my name is Hank Wilkins. If I ask you anything you don't understand, just let me know and I'll try and rephrase it, okay? Do you know the last time you reported?
The last time I reported was
This year?
yes,
It was this year? So would you respond to when the probation thinks the last time you reported is November?
um,
Did you ever do the CATS theft course?
no,
Did you do the CATS 2 theft course?
no,
Did you do the moral recognition therapy?
no.
Did you do anything on probation?
I had parenting classes that were available online, which I did do, and it waived over my community service.
I'm sorry to interrupt. How can you do the parenting classes online,
They
but
were
you
for
can't
free.
report? No, but you can't report to probation online. Explain that to me.
I did report to probation online every time I had a Zoom meeting. And when it was in person, it was hard for me to be able to report due to my lack of transportation.
Do you remember telling probation in January of this year, they're not gonna do anything?
No,
Do you remember telling them, I know the judge will reinstate me?
no,
You understand that when you pled to this offense, that's a 3rd-degree felony, right? You're looking at up to 10 years in prison.
yeah, I do understand. Yes, I understand.
And you knew that, and you still didn't do these conditions of probation, right? You didn't do the
No.
moral recognition therapy?
Not that I had faced financial burdens. So I did not have support from the mother of my children. She was attending school at the time. But now I have a reliable job. I have the means to prove to the court that I could be responsible in finishing my term.
Seems like the easiest thing to do would be to report, though. You didn't report it all this year, right?
No, because she said that she was gonna file a motion to revoke, and I had said that, okay, that we have to do what we have to do. That's simple, that's what I had said in that response.
I'll pass the lease, John.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Probation. Was there any restitution for Elise Perez and Kimberly Soto? All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. With regards to punishment, state, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're asking for the 10 years in prison. This is a 3rd-degree felony. This is a SBI, Your Honor. Some other cases we're taking into consideration of this plea. The defendant had opportunities between provision. He didn't do much of anything on probation. I was trying to get some more information today. None of the answers are very satisfying. So we're asking for 10 years in prison.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, I asked that he be sent, continued on probation and sent to ISF for a period of time to get his thoughts together.
Right now,
Be able to get out on the street and be a productive member of society and also a father for his 2 children.
All right. Oh, yes, you wanted to add
Your Honor.
something?
May I address the question?
Sure.
Yes, I would like to say that I would like to suggest no tolerant probation where I may be supervising weekly UAs. I do not use drugs.
Mhm.
And or an outpatient program, intense outpatient programs that I can prove to the court where I can be responsible in completing my probation successfully.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you up to will sentence you to 8 years in the prison. There's to be no unsupervised contact with the minors. Court will give you credit for any time served, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it?
Yes.
All right. You do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? All right. Good luck to you. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. I can't force them to place you in the therapeutic community. You'll have to request that. And then it's completely up to them whether or not they place you in the therapeutic community.
Your Honor, what was the consequence again?
Oh, you're going to prison for 8 years.
I'm going to prison for 8 years,
Yes,
and that's the done deal.
yes.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, okay? All right, we're back here on Moses Albert Martinez. Oh, what do you wish to do?
10 years probation.
All right, you want to pull the application for deferred?
Yes. Thank you, ma'am, for a second chance.
You're welcome. Oh, no, we're not done yet. They just need to fill out an application.
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh, no, it should not be the 26th on here. That's okay.
we signed one earlier. We just for regular probation.
There's nothing written on
This application for this type of probation, this is where it works.
Oh, somebody put March on there? Oh, you can just change it to me.
Like we just discussed.
All right, we're going to go back on the record on Moses Albert Martinez in 2020 R 7235. I have parties reannounced for the record for the state
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
defense.
Tilden Schaefer for Mr. Martinez.
All right, and you are Mr. Martinez, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so according to your original plea bargain agreement, it was a cap of 10 opposed. Are you asking that the court consider your application for deferred adjudication?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason a motion to revoke were filed, and if your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to apply for deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to find, as previously stated, counts 1 and counts 2, sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt. The court is going to grant your application for deferred adjudication. Court will place you on 10 years deferred adjudication. There's going to be a referral to felony drug court. And if he's not accepted, then he's going to safety. He's to remain in custody until he's transferred to felony drug court for safety. Upon release, there's to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days. The UA hotline until further notice. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Field visits, one time per month for 6 months. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. $300 hours of community service restitution. And the MRT and parenting classes. Once the parenting classes are completed, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. The joy you're feeling now without going to prison, when probation gets hard for you, you need to remember this moment, the joy where you were telling me, oh, I'll do this. I'll report every day. Remember that when you have to report once a month. Remember that when probation is coming to your house for a field visit to make sure everything is okay. Do not come back to court and saying, oh, it's too hard. I have to do this and that. Remember, you were looking at going to prison. In this court, communication is key to be successful at probation. You need to let them know what the issues are happening in your life. I know sometimes I used to be a defense attorney. You would tell your client, don't tell them this, don't tell them that. But in this court, honesty is the best policy. If there's an issue, let them know. If after you come out of inpatient treatment and you feel like you're about to use again, let your probation officer know. If you feel like they're not addressing it, come to court. If I'm here, we'll address it. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
I just want to make sure, clarify for him mostly. You said no unsupervised contact with minors. And
Yes.
there are 3-step.
Yeah, no unsupervised contacts. And let me just tell you while I'm doing this, I don't just try to divide families and do all of this, but in the state you're in right now, you shouldn't be having contact with minors unless it's unsupervised, because you are not at the point in your life where you're clean and sober. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
But you understand what she's saying? That
Yes,
means
sir.
if your wife has to leave the house, you can't be the one taking care of them. You understand that?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Who's here on Anthony Woodard?
Judge, I'm present for ready.
I'll just have one witness, his girlfriend, just for a few seconds.
All right. Court is calling 2023 CR 4941, State of Texas versus Anthony Tyrone Jack Woodard. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Myers, Your Honor.
for the defense?
John Coons for Mr. Woodard.
And are you Mr. Woodard?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
All right, we're here for sentencing. You entered a plea of guilty on February 12th. According to your plea bargain agreement, the state is silent on your application. And of course, they say that if you did not appear, you would be subject to the full range of punishment. So you're here, so that's a good thing. And also, you're going open to the court in the sense with regards to punishment.
That's right, Judge.
All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and the TAP evaluation?
State has, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objection.
All right. The state is silent. You say you have a witness?
I do, Judge. I'd call his girlfriend Tanisha first.
All right.
Mr.
Wife,
Woodard,
I'm sorry.
stand on the side.
Mr. Kuntz, don't downgrade people's position and people's lives.
I always like to lift people up.
Good morning. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Just make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear. All right, and on this side, if you are going to talk, ask the deputy just move you down to the other end. If you'll state your name for the record.
Tanisha Jackson,
All right,
Tamisha, who are you to Anthony?
his girlfriend.
And what do you do for a living?
I work at Waste Connections for the city.
How long have you,
Waste Connections,
for the city of San Antonio?
yes,
okay.
And how long have you been there?
4.5 years,
What sort of hours do you work?
from 7 to 7:30,
So you work
7
about,
AM to 7 PM,
so 12-hour shifts?
yes,
How many days a week?
Monday through Friday,
Do you have children?
1,
How old is your child?
13,
And does she stay with you?
yes,
Does Anthony have children?
yes,
How many children does Anthony have?
3.
And what are their ages?
One just turned 6 on Monday, one will be 5 next month, and one just turned 5 in March.
What kind of father is Anthony to those children?
A active father. He's proactive with any activities going on with school, outside of school. There is a routine from Thursday to Sunday with the parents of the other children that he get them every other weekend. But with my daughter specifically, he's full active. Be honest with you, I'm not on none of her paperwork. He does all the activities, parent conference, because I can't honestly do it because I'm at work majority of the time. So that's pretty much it.
So he's a good dad
Yes,
and he helps you out a lot.
yes,
Now, we obviously are asking the judge for a huge favor today, which is to give him a chance on probation, right?
correct.
And you know Anthony's history, don't you?
Yes.
He's been to prison before
Correct.
and he's struggled with some things, hasn't he?
Correct.
What, do you think Anthony can make it on probation?
I do. As far as with the classes, believe he was on probation before and he finished all the classes. I think he was reporting like every week or once a month, to be honest with you. I'm not for sure how his rotation was, but I know he was pretty active with reporting.
Are you aware of Anthony's childhood and background
Yes,
and the trauma that he suffered as a child?
yes,
Both of his parents were addicts.
yes,
His mother was a prostitute.
yes, and passed away while he was incarcerated. Yes,
And he was raised by a grandma.
yes,
But even to this day, would it be fair to say that Anthony suffers from depression and maybe some other issues?
correct. In childhood, yes.
And do you think he needs psychological counseling? Do you think he needs drug rehab or classes or something like that?
Yes, like childhood trauma, yes.
All right.
Mhm.
And I know you're not, thankfully, you're not versed in the drug world,
Yes, I'm
right?
not, because I'm not the right terminology.
So, but you do feel like Anthony struggles maybe with substances at times.
Correct, yes.
And do you think that him getting counseling or treatment would be a good thing?
Yes.
But realistically, it probably stems from the depression and the childhood trauma.
Yes,
Okay, so he probably needs counseling to start with that and move forward, right?
correct, yes.
If he's able to get probation, do you think he'll follow the rules?
Yes,
Is he a rule follower?
yes. I have rules, so you have to follow my rules.
And is there anything else you'd like to tell the judge? Obviously, you're with Anthony, he's helping you raise your own child
Correct.
and you care for him a lot, don't you? Okay,
Yes,
and you want her to give him a chance?
yes.
Okay. I have no further questions. The prosecutor may ask you a couple of questions, but that's okay.
All right, any questions?
Briefly, Your Honor. You were aware that Anthony was on parole at the time of his arrest, correct?
Which,
I'm sorry,
which case?
on the case we're here for today.
No, I don't think he was on, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Was he?
Okay. And you were aware that there's 4.1 grams of cocaine found in the house?
I actually was at work, so I didn't get the call until in the process of it happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you aware that there were several firearms found in the house?
There was not several. One weapon was actually a BB gun that was actually mine. And the other weapon, I don't believe anything about another weapon. And when I talked to the officer, he actually gave me a written of
Yeah,
everything.
Dan, I'm gonna stop you there.
Okay.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, any other
No,
questions?
Judge, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming down.
The judge will call my client as a witness.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Anthony Woodard.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Judge. Anthony, you heard Tamisha talk and you heard what I was saying. I want to talk to the judge a little bit about your background and your childhood. And I know you struggle to talk about this. You don't like talking about this, do you? And in fact, I didn't learn some of the stuff about you until very recently. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You kind of hold it in, don't you?
Yes, sir.
But unfortunately, both of your parents were drug addicts. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you were raised by a grandma because they couldn't take care of you.
Yes, sir.
Were they living on the streets?
Yes, sir.
And you heard me mention also that unfortunately your mom was a prostitute. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And was she in the same neighborhood you were at?
Yes, sir.
Was- So you've seen her do what?
Oh, I understand.
Okay. So you unfortunately as a child were exposed to her business, right?
Yes.
And look, we have to, the judge knows, and you're very honest about things. You started getting in trouble when you were in high school, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
And probably some anger issues and sadness and depression things, right?
Yes, sir. That was one.
Now, you've unfortunately found yourself in prison a couple of times and things like that, and you're back in the court system. Are you happy to be back in the court system?
Yes, sir. I have you.
Is this something that you like doing, every few years coming to court?
Yes, sir.
And now that you have your children, is this really hard on you?
Yes, sir. It takes a real toll on me.
Is this something that you ever want to do again?
No, sir.
Do you ever want to be back in front of a judge?
No, sir.
And how many times do you come to court and watch Judge Boyd? A bunch?
A bunch of times.
And you know that she can be very tough on people, but she can also be very thoughtful and kind in what she's doing, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've commented on it sometimes and she's been so good to people that you've seen right in front of her, right?
Yes, sir.
You're asking for mercy from her, aren't you?
Mercy.
And you can understand why a prosecutor or maybe some judges might not think that you're deserving of any mercy. Could you understand that?
Understand that.
Do you promise that you're going to change your ways and do a better job?
Promise I'm gonna do a better job.
If you took a drug test today, would you be clean or dirty?
I'll be dirty.
For what?
I-
But clean for marijuana,
Oh, yes, sir.
clean for cocaine,
Yes, sir.
but do you feel like you could use some counseling?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that counseling for your depression? Yes,
Yes, sir.
counseling for alcohol or drug use?
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to do that counseling?
I'm willing to do it,
Whatever it takes.
whatever it takes.
You just don't want to go back to prison, do you?
No, sir.
You've been to prison
Yes, sir.
and you don't like it, do you?
No, sir.
And I want to address one thing. Anthony, when you've been in prison, have you been categorized as a gang member?
No, sir.
So when probation says that they have you as a blood and all this sort of stuff, you actually wear blue to court a lot of times, don't you?
In black. Yes, sir.
And so you're not affiliated with any gang right now, are you?
No, sir.
And you haven't been?
Labeled in prison or none of that. That's why I don't know where it come from.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the judge?
Yes, sir. I would ask, if you can give me a second chance to prove to you that I can be successful on probation for my family and myself, and give me any help. And I'm willing to take it and show the board that I can be successful.
Any questions?
Mr. Woodard, the time you were arrested, you were on parole for a drug case, correct?
Yes, sir.
And parole's kind of like probation, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, sir.
You got rules you have to follow. If you don't, you may or may not go to prison.
Yes, sir.
And you were high the day you were arrested, correct?
Was I high?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you admitted to smoking marijuana. Is that a violation of your parole?
I had completed parole.
Well, would you be surprised that it says that you weren't going to be discharged until May 27th, 2023, and that you were arrested on March
Oh, yeah,
28th,
yeah.
2023?
Yes, sir. I had it on. You're right. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Correct. Correct.
Smoking marijuana would have been a violation, correct?
Correct.
And being around any sort of narcotics would have been a violation, correct?
Correct.
And being around guns would have been a violation of your parole, correct?
Correct, sir.
And you've been on bond for this case, correct?
Yes, sir.
And would you say that bond's kind of like a version of probation as well? You have certain rules you have to follow?
Yes, sir.
And drinking alcohol, that's a violation of your bond, wouldn't you agree? You're allowed to drink alcohol while you're on bond? For a drug case?
Yes, sir. I don't think that's a violation of bond being on bond, sir.
Okay. How many AA meetings have you been to in the last month?
I haven't been to one since about 6 days.
You have several children, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you've been, at the time that this report was written, you've been unemployed for 11 months, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where are you working now?
I struggle with getting a job right now due to the situation. So I just help out at the nonprofit Safe House for the community.
Okay. Did you bring any sort of documentation from that?
I actually do have some that I was going to present to the court.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Anthony, let's talk about that real fast. It's Big Mama's Safe House.
Yes, sir.
And what is that?
It's a non-profit community, stop the violence with drugs and put the weapons down and talk. It's like a non-profit.
And so you, as someone who's been through that fire, basically,
Yes, sir.
are you helping the younger people try to learn from your mistakes?
Well, yeah, we go to communities and talk to like in the neighborhoods on the east side, west side, talk to the children about the violence and the drugs to like go a different route about it. Which is the change that I'm making for myself that I want to see. I don't want to see people go down the same path I went down. I'm in a prison
Okay.
twice.
All right, so let me stop everybody. If we can go off the record briefly. Let me just tell you what my concern is. My concern is, I'm looking at his criminal history. My other concern that is pushing me a certain way is this allegation that you say is an allegation that he's a gang member. So we can have him sit in the box and you all can discuss about that gang tag that's on the report. Then y'all can come back and approach me with information on that. And then I'll have a ruling on that.
I actually, just to let you know, I spoke to the prosecutor before we came up here and he doesn't know necessarily why he has tagged as a blood right now.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's have him sit in the box. I think you guys have investigators upstairs who can go on the computer and call, and let's see if that's a mistake that's been made by probation or if DeMaterio Russell, could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Michael Bellava.
Are you Mr. Russell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Clayton DeMaterio Russell who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 1202 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams on May 1st, 2023 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Sure.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violating condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, Lieutenant Clayton Demetrio Russell did in the mayor failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February and March of 2024. The violation condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
We'll waive any violating conditions.
Any objections?
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Continue the individual on his probation and to order DDRF followed by Nick and Genesis supervision.
All right. Is that the proposed agreement, counsel?
I have 1 second.
Counsel, is that the proposed agreement?
It is what's on the table, Your Honor, but my client was wondering if there would be any way you'd be willing to do intensive outpatient.
No,
Okay.
you didn't report.
I lost my place. I told my PO that I was losing my place of residence. And I didn't, lost it. Missed my first appointment. I figured DMT, I was already on me.
And so you just decided not to do anything.
So I looked for a place to stay.
Well, didn't you didn't report for probation though?
That's right.
All right. So can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Clayton Demetrio Russell.
All right, so Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental health issue
Depression recently, at the CDSC.
and anything else?
No, ma'am, they did my evaluation, they got me a prescription, I lost my place of residence before my prescription even got there.
All right. So here's what's going to end up happening. I'm going to give you a choice. Sometimes I can give people choices. Sometimes I cannot. I can follow the recommendation for probation, which is what the state has stated to the court, or I can sentence you to prison for 2 years. Which would you prefer?
Probation.
All right. The court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following. And this is to happen in custody.
Okay.
And that's the DDRF, Genesis program. And we'll do a referral to felony drug court. And if he's not accepted in felony drug court or DDRF, then we'll do residential treatment at SATA, followed by 90 support meetings in 90 days in the UA hotline. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, you have to do better. Good luck to you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, the parties on Miguel Perez Narano.
Yes, sir.
I know I keep pronouncing the last name different every time, Deputy Laura.
That was very good.
All right. All right. So here's my question. I see he has an interpreter.
Yes, sir.
Is he a citizen?
No, Your Honor. He's a legal permanent resident, Your Honor. That's part of the issue.
All right.
Yeah.
And are you going to obtain an immigration attorney for him as it relates to this?
Yes, and that's why we were asking for the reset.
Okay. All right, Ms. Ferguson, give me a 45-day reset, please. July 11th.
That will work.
All right. And have you received all the discovery?
Yes, sir.
Was an offer tendered?
It was today, yes.
Okay. All right. So July 11th would be your plea deadline date. On that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. Anything else?
That would be adjourned.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Norma. Have a great one.
Thank
Who? No, who would it be? Joshua Henderson. Hello. Oh, your client needs to be in the center. You're on this side.
Center, sir. Mr. Honor.
Yeah, you're on this side.
Sure.
All right, what's happening with this case?
Your Honor, I have been in discussion with the state. They would like a little bit more time for an investigation, continuing investigation. So we're asking for a reset, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset on Joshua Henderson, please?
Actually, Your Honor, would it be possible he is facing another charge in County Court 15? Could we combine that?
What day are they set?
June 11th.
June 11th?
Yes.
Norma, can you place this on June 11th? All right, we'll see you back on June 11th.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mario Vargas. Mario Vargas.
It's coming, Judge.
All right, what is happening in this case?
I just, go ahead, Danny.
Judge, we're reaching out to the complainant in this case. There was a crash, so we just wanted to talk to them.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset if that's enough time?
That should be more.
All right, a 30-day reset on Mario Alberto Vargas, please. All right, you'll come back on June 25th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thanks for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anthony Cantu. Anthony Reyna Cantu, who's the attorney?
I'm down here, Anthony.
Well, where is Mick? All right, just have a
What would
seat.
you do if a judge suddenly told you that you're going to prison for 8 years? That's exactly what happened during one of the most emotional moments of this courtroom session. A defendant stood before the judge hoping for one final chance to stay out of prison. He admitted that he had failed to report to probation, missed required programs, and ignored several conditions of his supervision. But according to him, life had gotten in the way. He told the court he was struggling financially, raising 2 young children, and dealing with transportation problems that made it difficult to keep up with probation requirements. The judge listened carefully, but the excuses weren't adding up. When the defendant claimed he couldn't report because of transportation issues, the judge pointed out that buses, virtual meetings, and other options were available. The court also learned that probation officers had repeatedly tried to work with him, allowing rescheduled meetings and multiple opportunities to comply. Yet months passed without meaningful progress. As the hearing continued, prosecutors argued that the defendant had done almost nothing required by probation. They pointed out that he failed to complete key programs and ignored responsibilities that could have kept him out of serious trouble. Defense attorneys begged for another opportunity, asking the judge to continue probation and give him intensive supervision instead of prison. Then came the moment that changed